I'm Shelby Sim, and this is the Ynez Valley. 6 beautiful communities with a million things to offer. Delicious food, world-class wine, and more fun than you can imagine. But at its heart is a community of great people with stories to share. Join me and let's discover the Ynez Valley. If I had to pick 2 words to describe the Ynez Valley, I know exactly what I'd say: unique and authentic. The places we'll be visiting today fit those descriptions perfectly. First up, it's time to have some rustic fun. We're out here at Ynez Valley Horseback Rides with Bob Sweeney. Bob, thank you so much for having us out today.
Hey Shelby, glad you're here.
Fantastic, it's great to be here. You've got a lot of things going on out here between pony rides and horseback riding, and I understand there's even some water in the river that we're going to experience.
Yeah, there's water in the river, which is not always the case around here, but we're connected to Lake Cachuma up in the mountains. So every summer Lake Cachuma releases water, and we got a lot of it right now, so it's going to be a really fun ride today.
Awesome. Please tell us about the entire operation.
So we do a couple things here. First of all, we do pony rides for little kids age 2 and up. Really important to me that we get the family involved. Then we do full-blown trail rides for kids 8 and up and adults. The trail ride is about 2.5, 3 miles, crosses the river 3 or 4 times depending on the time of year. And we're out in nature. That's back to nature, old California out there. There's no people, there's lots of deer, there's lots of beavers, there's lots of birds and squirrels, and we even have an eagle. So it's great.
Wonderful. And just in relation to the Ynez Valley, we're in the town of Buellton, or right on the edge of Buellton. And so Bob, tell us about how long you've been in operation and what the ultimate goal is.
I've been in the horse business for 40 years. I also own Santa Barbara Beach horseback rides. When I decided to open up in the valley, I wanted to reflect the horse heritage of this community. As a result, we have 8 different breeds of horses here, which represents most of the show horse breeds, most of the ranch breeds. So it's not your typical ride here. You're going to be riding a couple of national champion Arabian cross mares, the dam of a national champion Arabian, a former national finals rodeo champion horse. It's a really interesting group.
You can see what Bob is talking about. These horses are beautiful.
So our horses are by design older and retired, and through the marvels of modern medicine, we've taken horses that used to be what they call pasture ornaments, retired. We put them back to work. We do a really nice, safe walk. But it's so beautiful you don't care if you're walking or running, and our horses are suited for that. They're old, retired, been there, done that, but they love their job.
It's wonderful to know these horses have been given a purpose later in life. I noticed there's a horseback here with a horn. What is that? Is that a unicorn?
Well, aside from having kids do pony rides, we open up the whole spectrum of magical enchantment. And so we have unicorns here. No, they can't fly, and no, they don't have wings, but they're adorable. And unlike ponies, there's a saying about ponies, there's 2 things they don't like: kids and being ridden. Our unicorn loves kids and loves being ridden. So, and I would say every day I get a request for a unicorn ride. It's really, really a lot of fun.
What a fun activity for a kid, even if they're just getting into horses and riding.
we're in a super family-friendly tourist area, and I wanted to have something that everyone could experience. So we've experimented with this over the years at our Santa Barbara location, brought it here. It's really kind of an elaborate encounter. It's designed to break that wall down for little kids. The first time they see a horse, they're like, wow. Well, we spend the first 5 or 10 minutes just petting and grooming the horse with, carrots and brushes, and we show them how to tack them up. We let them do it, and then they kind of take ownership. We let them lead the horse around, so it really breaks that wall down. We have little kids here who come and won't even put their helmet on, and before long they're off on a trail ride.
That's great.
So it's really meant to be that first step into a lifelong addiction to horses, which is what my ultimate plan is.
There you go. What are we going to be doing today, Bob?
Well, we got a couple of champion horses saddled up for you. We're going to bring into the arena here Vanessa, our manager, and Michelle, our assistant manager, are going to take you on a beautiful trail ride. They'll give you a little warm up here on what to do, some instruction, and then off you go, head out the gate. We're going to cross the berm, which the government put in here, I think, in the 1920s to break the floodwaters coming up. It's really cool. And then we meander through the brush and the woods, get down to the water, and start the party.
Fantastic. Well, let's hit it. I love riding. The connection you make with a horse is indescribable.
Okay, so I'm Vanessa. I'm going to be one of your guides, and so I'm just going to go through how to get onto your horse and give a little demonstration how to stop, how to go, how to turn, everything like that you'll need to know for safety, okay? So this is Buddy. He's going to be your horse today. He's a really good boy. And so when you walk up the stairs here, you're going to just put your left foot into the left stirrup, your left hand on the horn, and I will be holding your horse for you, and you're gonna swing on over like you're getting on a bike. Okay? You're gonna I'll adjust your stirrups, put your feet in your stirrups. These are your reins, so basically this is your steering wheel, correct? And just like in a car, when we go to turn left, we're gonna look left and turn left. When we go right, you're gonna look right and turn right. When we stop, it's directly straight back to your belly button, nice and gently. Whoa. And then release. To go forward, you're gonna drop your hand on the horse's mane here on his neck, and you're gonna just give a little pressure with your legs and say, let's go, buddy, let's walk. And he'll walk forward, okay?
All right. It's my turn to get on the saddle. This is gonna be fun.
Left foot on, swing on over like you're getting on a bike. Perfect. Drop your hand on his neck to walk forward and give him some pressure, okay? Perfect. Nice and easy.
All right, let's get this wagon train moving. Look at this day. Blue skies, the temperature is perfect, and the Santa Rita Hills are a beautiful backdrop. It's so peaceful out here. You can really connect with nature doing this. Well, we were riding down to this beautiful area. You were telling me about the type of folks that come out to ride horses.
Yes, we get all different kind of folks out here to ride, from beginners to advanced. We have all different horses, all different levels, which is really nice. We also get people from all over the world. We've had people from Denmark, from Dubai, all over the United States.
And 98% of the folks you're putting on horses have never been on a horse.
No, they're all beginners.
Huh.
All beginners. Anybody can get on our horses and go on a great, relaxing horseback ride here in the San Ynez Valley.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
It is gorgeous out here, and we're about to hit the water. Whether you're an experienced rider or it's your first time on a horse, having skilled guides like these make it easy and fun. Bob, thank you so much for an amazing morning out here.
Well, what'd you think?
It was incredible. I happen to live like less than a mile away from here, and it's a world away from my little suburbia world out to the wilderness. Everything goes away, and you're completely out with your own thoughts and with this amazing horse. And we learned today that most of the folks that come out have never ridden a horse. I'm an intermediate rider at best, and yet completely comfortable, and it was just an amazing ride. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It is. I've lived in this valley for 30 some years, and I really never knew this was here. It just, you're back to nature. It's like you went 100 years ago, and it's old California. And it's really awesome. We can have just regular folk from LA or from somewhere else around the world come and have this amazing experience.
Wonderful. Tell us how folks can find out more about Ynez Valley horseback rides.
We're super busy on social media at SYV Horses on Instagram and Facebook. Our website is syvhorsebackrides.com. You can book right online. It shows you the interactive calendar, what's available each day, each time. So it's real easy, very user-friendly.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Bob.
Thanks for coming out.
All right, I'm gonna go hit the trail. See you guys. For some, you hear LA and you immediately think of a sprawling city of millions. When you're in the Ynez Valley, LA means Los Alamos. In this quaint little town, you'll find shops, dining, wine, and one of the most unique places to stay. We're here in Los Alamos in front of a 19th century Victorian mansion. But what we see on the outside isn't what we're going to find on the inside. A Victorian mansion? I'm sure it's going to be finely decorated with antique items right out of an episode of Downton Abbey. You wouldn't expect to find this in a Victorian mansion in a little western town. We're here with Rod Rigoli, the owner of the Victorian Mansion in Los Alamos. Rod, please tell us about the history of the mansion.
So the mansion was actually moved here in 1980 from Nipomo. So the original owner, Dick Langding, who actually has the Union Hotel right down the way, moved it here in 5 sections, craned it here, put it all back together, and then took 10 years creating the different theme suites.
Wow.
So 10 years, 200 craftsmen. And the muralists, which you can see some of the fine murals, spent 2 years, 40 hours a week just doing the murals.
Oh my goodness, how many rooms?
So there's 6 rooms currently.
6
Everyone
rooms.
has a different theme. They all have different theme movies, they have different scents, they have different theme games, so it's pretty much an immersive experience.
Every room has a different theme. That means you can visit over and over again and have a different experience each time. Where are we at right now?
So right now we're in the 50s suite. So you can see the different, there's a lot of neon, there's a snack bar, you see a lot of images from the 50s, and the most iconic image is obviously the 56 Cadillac.
That's a real
It is
Cadillac.
a real 56 Cadillac.
Are you kidding me? A real Cadillac? How did they get it in there?
So they actually built the mansion around the Cadillac.
Wow.
So they moved the Cadillac in and then closed off the mansion in front of us.
Oh my goodness. And I noticed a screen.
Yeah, so this room's very special. So all of our rooms have flat screen TVs for the theme movies, but this one has a projection system. So it's just like you're at the drive-in. So the movies show right in front of, we have all 50s themes. So we have Rebel Without a Cause, we have The Blob, Sunset Boulevard, and the sound comes out of the old drive-in speakers. So it feels like you're in a drive-in.
How cool is that? Imagine hopping into bed, or I guess you could call it the back seat, and putting on a classic movie. And I don't see a bathroom.
One of the unique features about the mansion is all of the bathrooms are hidden, so you actually have to find them. So this one is actually hidden right behind the Hollywood sign right over there. There you go. And that's the hidden bathroom.
Wow.
And all of the bathrooms actually have hand-painted tile, and it goes with the theme. So you can kind of see this one actually has a graffiti theme.
The care that went into this is incredible. That's amazing. Wow, let's go check out more of the hotel.
Yeah, why don't we go to the Egyptian suite? That's
Fantastic.
one of my favorites.
All right. Wait, did he just say Egypt? One of the cool features of the mansion is that every room has a hidden bathroom. Wonder where Rod is.
Hey, Shelby. Welcome
Hey.
to the Egyptian suite.
Oh, awesome. Wow, another amazing space. Nothing like the 50s room downstairs. Tell us about the Egyptian room.
So the Egyptian suite they all have similar amenities. So they all have the hand-painted murals, hand-painted tiles. Usually there's background music. They have the theme movies. But every suite's just set out a little bit differently. So this one you have the harem bed, 4-post bed, and there's all multicolored lights too, which kind of enhance the experience. So the bedpost actually has 4 different color lights, which makes the room spectacular at night. And actually everything is hidden, so it doesn't take away from the theme. So the flat screens are hidden. There's hidden closets, cedar-lined closets with comfy robes. There's a private food butler. So one of the best things about the mansion is that there's a private secret food butler, and that's where you get breakfast delivered every morning. So it just magically appears.
Wow, and then right across from us is the Roman room.
And so this is our old world floor. So we have the Egyptian on one side and the Roman suite on the other.
Can you believe all of this is inside a Victorian mansion? And there's another room you're going to show us?
Sure, we're going to go to the pirate suite.
All right, let's go.
Awesome.
Drive-in, Egypt, Romans, now pirates? I can't wait to see this. Rod, it feels like we're on a pirate ship.
Almost. You're actually in the pirate suite. So this is actually one of the theme suites. Look around, a lot of detail. So there's hand-carved wood, hand-carved dragon right there. And the background sound is usually the sound of thunder and waves. So it feels like you're on a real boat, including the swaying lanterns.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a lot of detail in the suite, including a real cannon. So the cannon's 1,500 pounds. If you look at the doorknob to actually enter the suite, that's actually the real cannonball.
So there are other themed hotels in our world, in the Santa Barbara County, but this is authentic. This is not a facade. Everything is real.
Everything is real. So it's basically hand carved. As I mentioned before, 200 craftsmen spent basically 10 years creating the different theme suites. And so we call it more of an immersive experience. When you walk into every room, it actually has a different scent, has a theme game, theme movies, and then obviously you look around. The attention to detail is what we're known for.
Takes you away. And I have seen folks in your robes walking down Los Alamos, walking down Bell Street.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a lot of people actually dress in costume, and they go out to some of the finer dining establishments in costume as well.
That's fantastic. What a fun thing to do here. So if you see me eating dinner wearing a pirate outfit or a toga, you might know where I'm staying that night.
And so on this floor, we have the pirate suite, and then right next door is the French suite. And
Fantastic.
In that suite, you actually sleep in the French artist loft above, and it just feels like you're stepping back in time to old world Paris.
Very cool. Well, can't thank you enough for having us out, Rod.
Oh, thanks, Shelby. Really appreciate this.
What a neat hidden treasure, a special thing that's unique to the Ynez Valley and the Central Coast. And Rod, how can we find out more about the Victorian Mansion?
So you can go to our website, which is thevic, thevick.com, and you can see all the suites and book a room if you like.
Arr.
Arr. Thanks again, Shelby.
Thank you, pal. I can't wait to come back and experience all the suites at the Vic. You can travel the world without leaving the Ynez Valley. That was amazing. Who would have thought Victorian Mansion would have such incredibly different themed rooms all the way around? And there's more coming. They're going to build a boat suite as well as a treehouse suite in the back. We'll see you soon. After a full day of riding horses, battling pirates, and time traveling to the 1950s, I've worked up an appetite. Luckily, we're heading to the Danish village of Solvang, where an amazing steakhouse is serving up some incredible, locally sourced food. Let's check it out. I'm here with my good friend Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you so much for having us out today. We're at Sears Steakhouse in Solvang. Look what's in front of us. This is incredible. I'm so excited to be here, to let the folks know everything you have going on. And again, thank you for having us out. Tell us about the inception of Sears and how it came to be.
My wife and I bought this building about a little over 5 years ago. It didn't look like this. It was an old house, an adobe brick building built in the early 50s. And we were always going to do something that's more of a sit-down restaurant, maybe a steakhouse in the long run. But in the short run, we decided to make it into a catering company, and we did a lot of large events, mostly weddings. It was always my dream to have a steakhouse. I'm a big steakhouse guy. I love the whole searing of the meat and the flavors, and that's my favorite place to go eat is steakhouses. So we decided to pivot from catering to a full-service sit-down restaurant with a farm flair.
And this is not your only restaurant.
No.
You've been in the business for a little bit?
Since I was 16. Yeah.
16. Well, you're 30 now, so 15
Yeah, so,
or
yeah,
so
not bad,
years.
huh?
Yeah, no, not bad at all. How many other restaurants do you have, Jimmy?
5. The Maverick Saloon, and then I have 4 Greek restaurants in the Southern California area called George's Greek Cafe.
Fantastic. And so, wow, this is kind of a dream come true to have a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had the pleasure of dining here a few times, and man, oh man, it is good, and can't wait to dig in. You had mentioned that a farm experience as well. That you have 2 farms?
Yes.
And they're here local in the Santa Ynez Valley.
Yes. So the idea behind the steakhouse was if Mastro's married a farm and they had a baby, it would be Sears Steakhouse. And the idea was to be a real true farm-to-table restaurant. So the only way to do that is to grow your own produce. So we have 2 farms, 3/4 of an acre at my property and my house, and then 2 acres at Roblar Farms. We're friends and partners at the farm at Roblar.
You hear people say farm to table all the time, but when you're at Sears Steakhouse, it's authentic. Well, let's not wait long to dig into here. Tell us a little bit about these amazing looking, looks like truffle risotto.
Yeah, so there's a story behind this. Our youngest son's godmother, Eleni Hillis, one day decided she wanted to make orzo risotto style because she's Greek and I'm Greek and we eat a lot of orzo. And I tried it and it was amazing. And I thought this would be a great thing for an item for a steakhouse. So we modified it. We put in mushrooms and truffles, and it's made with chicken broth. It's really delicious. It's a great item. Yeah.
Amazing. And the scallops.
The scallops, this cauliflower puree. The cauliflower is from our farm. Wild scallops. They're seared, and then we top them with bacon and truffles and pickled onion.
Wow, this is a really special experience here. So I as we've been sitting here, Jimmy, before we were filming, I was looking like, that's not polenta, that's not potatoes, it's cauliflower puree. That looks amazing. And then I'm gonna guess I have a ribeye in front of me.
Yeah, these are both prime ribeyes.
Yeah.
We're experimenting with different ones right now, but this is the ribeye we serve now. This is the ribeye we might be serving, because I just like the way the bone presents here. But they're both prime ribeyes. They're both beautiful pieces of meat. These are heirloom tomatoes from our farm, and this year has been spectacular for tomatoes. The basil's from our farm, and so are the tomatoes.
This food looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's time to eat. Wow. Hey, exciting. Let's dig in and
Sure.
start talking about, you also have a full bar, so let's talk about that program as well.
Yeah, we have a full bar. We have a cocktail program, about 20 specialty drinks on our menu. A lot of martinis. You know, it's kind of a natural progression to have a good martini program in a steakhouse. And our well is a premium well, meaning it's only premium products in the well.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, we're not kidding around here. It's all real, right?
No. This steak is so good. I am actually speechless. And they certainly live up to their name. It is seared to perfection.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jimmy.
So we also have a pretty good wine program here. We decided that when we do this, we're going to do at least 75% of the wines on our menu from the valley. We are, after all, a wine-growing region, and I believe that our wines are better than Napa. You know, we have a lot more boutique wineries. We're well represented with people with wines that you don't normally get at a market and you can only get here. We have a total of 172 wines, but like I said, we're most proud of all the local stuff. So some of the higher end wines we carry from the valley are Brave and Maiden. We're the only restaurant that is allowed to carry their black label wines, and we're really grateful for that for them. Crown Point and Grassini. These are some of the nice reds that we carry in the valley.
That is great. It makes sense for a steakhouse to have incredible reds. Totally agree with Jimmy that our wine region is the best in California, if not the world. And these are all from our Happy Canyon AVA.
Yeah. And then our best-selling wines are the wines by the glass, and well represented. I think our most popular wine is definitely Storm Pinot Noir.
The steak is amazing. Not only cooked exactly the way I like it, medium rare, but the crust on the outside. Like you had said, like one of your favorite things was getting that searing, that crust at the end. And
we actually bought a very special steak broiler that was originally designed by Ruth Chris. It cooks from the top down at 2,000 degrees. So it really does sear the meat.
Yeah, no, it makes it so good. Even with all this, there's more. What else do we have?
We have butter cake.
Wow. Butter cake? Yes, please. Tell us about this butter cake, Jim.
It's my wife's recipe. I have no idea what's in it. She came up with the recipe. So I tell you what, it's a butter cake and it's probably 60% butter. So
is that right?
You can't go wrong, no.
At this time, I request to be left alone with this butter cake. Thank you. Jimmy, this butter cake is amazing. Please thank your wife for putting this on the menu. An incredible topper for an incredible meal here at Sears Steakhouse in Solvang. I understand you had something to do with this table.
Yes, I did.
Please tell me about this table.
My wife decorated this place when we first made the transition, and I was not allowed to do any decorating in here because I'm not very good at it, and she's right. But I was in charge of the tables, and my present to myself this last year and a half was a sawmill. So I decided to make my own tables. This is actually cottonwood trees from Los Alisos Canyon. Well, Los Alisos is actually, that means cottonwood trees. We cut them into slabs. I built a kiln at my home out of a storage container through YouTube. YouTube taught me how to make a kiln, and I dried my wood and we made these tables from scratch. And we finished them off with a high quality resin epoxy.
Wow. So this guy's busy, folks. He's a creative. Like I've been saying, authenticity right down to the tables.
You ready to go check out the farm?
Let's go check out the farm.
Let's check out the farm.
Let's have a couple more sips and maybe a few more bites. And we'll go. Cheers. We'll see you there, though. How special is it to enjoy a delicious meal and then get to tour the actual place that the ingredients came from? Here we are out at the farm. Jimmy, who do we have with us?
This is my oldest son, George.
Hey, George.
He's
Shelby.
Say hi, Miss Shelby.
Hi, Miss Shelby.
He's almost 10. George helps us on the farm. We have about 140 laying hens, and George and his brother Marshall collect the eggs. They wash them, they package them up in flats, and we bring them to the restaurant, and we use them for all the baking and cooking and whatever we need.
That's great. We're less than 3 miles from the restaurant right now at this incredible property. How many different things do we have out here on the farm?
This time of the year, we're coming towards the end of the summer season, so about 30 different things that we grow this time of year. I mean, look, we have like the bell peppers for the farm. Just are, you don't get that at the market. By the time you get to the market, they're dehydrated. I mean, if you look inside, they're just wet from the water.
Pull this off of the vine right there. There's farm to table. I call this farm to mouth.
And then we have the eggplants towards the end of their season. There we go. Beautiful, aren't they?
Yes.
We'll roast these, we'll make some kind of dip out of them, or we'll roast them and top them with a house-made tomato sauce from the tomatoes. We have all the big beef tomatoes right behind you, the heirlooms behind that. And then our other farm, we grow other things like the lettuces over there. Right now they're doing better over there at the other farm. We have the 2 acres over at Roblar Farm. And then we have about 30 fruit trees. Right now we have figs. You guys want to go check out the figs?
Yeah, let's go check out
Let's check out the figs.
What an amazing place. It doesn't get any fresher than this.
We have mission figs, pomegranates, peaches. Pomegranates are almost ready. And these are white figs. I have 5 different varieties of figs. You want to give one to Mr. Shelby? One more for you?
These are ready to go?
Oh yeah. I eat them with the peel and everything.
Picked up, is this a red jalapeno?
Mm-hmm.
You eat the peel and everything?
Oh yeah. Or you can just peel off if you want, but I like the peel. This was a cutting from my neighbor right next door. These go the latest in the season, so we'll get these through November.
That fig was delicious. Now I think there's one more tree that Jimmy wants to show us. So I understand we have an interesting story about this particular fig tree.
Yeah, so this fig tree, my mother brought in a cutting in 1980 when we first moved to this country from the island of Cyprus, where she's from. And these are these beautiful figs that are green on the outside and bright red on the inside. And all of us, my siblings and friends and I, have taken cuttings from her tree and replanted them. So this tree is, my mom, she passed a year and a half ago, so it reminds us of her.
You can see how passionate Jimmy is about family and food. It's very special. Jimmy, how can we learn more about Sears Steakhouse and how can we come and visit and experience this incredible, literal farm-to-table food?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all social media, and then also on our website at searssteakhouse.com.
Thanks again, brother.
Thank you.
This is what I mean when I say the Ynez Valley is authentic. You have to experience it for yourself, and I hope to see you here.